Gitchy, gitchy, hey, hey, hey. I got it. Hey. Sure.
When did this come out?
Sure. 2001.
I was in my mother's womb.
Afternoons with Zweli.
Look, I had to travel all the way to Cape Town to find. Look who it is. Hey, Mr. Linley. Yo. Turn the camera around. I'll turn the camera around. This is me. Yeah.
You know his name, Will Linley.
Hey, I'm Will.
Will Linley.
The talented Will Linley!
Just wanna have fun. Girls just wanna have fun. I wanna know if I'll ever get to your love, or if I'm just going crazy. For me, I got so scared about releasing my music, about even starting to write, but I found that there's so much beauty in just doing it. Just do it.
Just a couple of years into his very, very young career, this guy is a giant in the SA music industry. He breaks records whenever it is that he drops a single, the EP that he dropped recently, and you also love him live. It is an experience seeing him live on the stage, and now we just wait for him to rack up those awards, worldwide domination, and all the big hits that are still to come. He joins me live in the studio, and we're super excited to have him here. Will Linley's in the building.
Come on, Zweli, how are we doing, baby? It's good to be here. It's the first time we've actually done an interview properly in person. Actually,
Yeah,
I've never been into the 947 studio.
We're always on the phone, right?
Always on the phone.
Yeah, and I remember I saw you in Cape Town last year at KFM, my sister station, and I was like, oh, so you can make time for Carl Wasty and the Flash Drive, but you never come to 947 to my show.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
It's good to see the face in person behind the microphone, guys. He is a great man behind the microphone.
What he also left out is that I look beautiful behind the microphone. So
yes.
there's also that.
Yes.
Mate, how have you been? It's February, obviously coming into a brand new year. Had a pretty hectic 2023, I'd say. How was the December period for you?
Yo, it was actually quite chilled. I didn't have a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
I only played 4 kind of after Christmas going into New Year's.
Yeah.
And then the start of the year has been good. We just obviously played Calabash in Cape Town on Wednesday, which was unreal. One of my favorite shows I've ever done. And I can't wait to do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, and energy-wise, I mean, the Cape Town crowd, how much did they give you? What are we expecting from Joburg now?
Cape Town was buzzing. They set the bar very high. But I my experience is every time I come to Joburg, I either lose my voice or my body's just so sore from dancing around. It's a great time, I must say.
And that's what I love about you're like such a, I don't know if I can say it this way, but such an effervescent performer. You're all over the stage. Everyone is jumping up and down. You know, you just bubbly and out there. I hate the word bubbly, by the way, but it's what comes to my mind because you're like just bouncing all over the stage and that sort of thing. Have you always been that type of guy, you know, where you're just super energetic and you're just there to have fun?
I'm the youngest of 4 boys, so I'm kind of a careless individual.
Okay.
I've never had to be the responsible one in the family, so my job was just the entertainer of the family. So I think it is something that's always kind of come naturally to me, but I love being on stage. I love dancing. I love singing. I love entertaining. It's so much fun.
Well, from entertaining the family to entertaining the masses, not just in South Africa, but all over the world. Now, I want to chat a little bit about the travels, because you're traveling quite a lot. I mean, in between South Africa and LA and that sort of thing, going to Europe. How do you cope? How are you managing, you know, with your schedule and having to do all of these things at once?
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's lots of fun, I must say. I think to be 22 years old and to be having these opportunities and these experiences is ridiculous. I count myself as one of the luckiest individuals ever. But it's been fun. I think I'm slowly starting to find my music community, finding friends in the space, which has been an interesting journey as well. But finding young artists in South Africa is really cool. And as we start to branch out and go overseas, you know, I tour with the same crew when I go overseas, and they're just epic. The guys that I play with overseas are awesome. So it's a good crew, and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, can you imagine that you guys have a lot of fun? You mentioned listening to different artists, new artists. Who are you listening to right now? If I had to go onto your Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, what am I finding on there?
Well, there's a young guy, there's a South African guy called Charles, who I think is really cool.
Yeah.
It's like CHXRL. Yes, alternative. It's cool. But his music's really cool. He had an EP that he released end of last year, which was really cool.
Yeah.
But then there's this girl called Stevie Bill, who's really cool. She lives in New York though, but incredible music. She's got a song called Ha Ha Ha. Great song.
Nice.
And then Manana, man. There's a guy. I don't know if you know Manana.
I know Manana.
Bro.
Brilliant.
Bro, I don't know if you saw. He's got a song on Usher's new album.
Wait,
that's coming
what?
out. He wrote on Usher's new album coming out.
I'm going to turn the music down for that one. So
Bro.
Manana's got a song with Usher.
Well, he wrote on it. Yeah.
He
was one of the
wrote on
writers.
it. Gee,
How wild?
That is,
Bro.
I mean, out of this world.
Bro, Manana is the best songwriter in South Africa.
I love the fact that you always, pay tribute to songwriters and that sort of thing. And you being a songwriter yourself, how important would you say it is to be able, to put pen to paper when it comes to your own personal records?
I think it's important to know what you want to say. It's important to have something to say. It's important to bring something into a session. I think sometimes I can see, if I come into a session, I don't quite have a concept on my mind, or I don't quite have something I want to talk about, the session's not going to go amazing, But I've found, I've written with Manana and David and Bubele a bunch.
Nice.
And coming into that space, going like, guys, I think this is what I want to write about. Suddenly, you can have the freedom to really dive deep into that specific concept.
Yeah.
But I think it's really important to have something to say, to know what you want to say, and then to have the freedom to be able to create it with someone, to not like hold on to your creativity and keep it to yourself. Take it to people. Be what's the word when you work with other people? I'm going completely blank.
Group work.
Yeah, group work, man. That's what they taught you in grade 4 in junior school. It's good to do group work. So, but collaborate.
Collaborate. How did that one miss?
Come on, be open to collaborate.
Yeah. Really, really like that. And speaking of collaborating, anyone that you may be working with at the moment, because you do a lot of shows and that sort of thing, but you're always working on music. Like we spoke last time, and you're just like, just writing a bunch of stuff. And are you able to let us in on who you possibly could be collaborating with? Not just someone who's physically on the record, but a producer, a writer, that sort of thing.
Well, I've just done a writing camp with Manana.
Okay,
and David and Bubele, who I do a lot of my music with.
Yes.
But then going over to LA and stuff, and going to be working with some awesome guys there, and we'll see what kind of comes from it. But there's a really cool crew of guys. They're two brothers. The one guy's called Jackson Foot, and the other guy's called Colin Foot. And then his producing partner is a guy called Alex Burrell, and they're awesome. They're really good producers. I did Magic with them and Tough with them, so it's kind of a winning formula there.
Yeah, it clearly is a winning formula. Is that daunting? Is it a daunting experience? When you're now in LA and now you've got these different people, some people that you may have never met, that sort of thing, and now you've got to create together. Maybe not now, but at the start of your career, was it a little bit daunting to have to step into that realm?
Always, and it still is very daunting. I don't quite know how to take the space. But I think the best thing that you can do is go in with vulnerability and be honest with those around you. And that's the most important thing to do.
Very nice. Will Linley is live in Afternoons with Zweli on 947. We've got you're a musician. How well do you know your music?
Come on, you're gonna do this to me live on air.
I'm going to do it. You took this long to come to the show, so we gotta put you under the whip just for a little. Yeah, he's the man of the moment. He's in studio. We got an EP from you last year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boy, we got an EP. It had so many hits. Magic, Last Call. I think there was maybe Gracie. You were asked just now, have you found Gracie?
Have I found Gracie?
Have you found Gracie? We need to speak about this.
Dude, we need to get deep and meaningful.
We'll
wait and see.
Okay.
We'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
I feel like I can only actually answer that question when I get married one day. Because Gracie is about the person I'm going to marry. Yeah. So, I'll answer that when I'm getting married.
Yes.
You're coming to my wedding.
Whoa! I've got an invite.
And and then ask me then, and I'll tell you for free that I've met my Gracie.
Yeah.
But until that day comes, I feel like it's a question that is actually so hard to answer.
Yeah, so okay, it's fine.
But we'll see.
We won't ask that question anymore. I cannot wait to meet Gracie. I want everyone at 947 to know that I'm meeting Gracie and y'all aren't. I'm going to the wedding. So yeah, simmer down and sit down at the end of all of that. But look, let's go back to your last EP, your debut EP, if I'm not mistaken, Magic. I mean, it was brilliant. Every single or every song on there potentially just could be a single. A lot of them were singles. And people hate this question, artists particularly. Album. Are you working towards an album? Is it something that we should prepare for? Something that could be coming this year or in the next?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that I feel like I'm in a space creatively to give people an album that represents me, that represents home, that represents the music that I want to listen to. And I think that I am starting to edge into that space, which is cool. I think I've started to explore some different sounds and like different melodies and different ways of crafting a song, which is really cool. We've got a new single that will come at the top of this year, which is really exciting. I can't quite say much more just yet. But the songs are feeling cool. The songs are feeling a bit different. It's exciting. But at the same time, I'm not losing any of the Will Linley popness, which I love so much, you know. So I think for me, an album is certainly on the horizon. It's just about how do I do it right? How do I give my fans an album that they can stand behind and be like, we love this thing, we love this project, we love what Will has done with it. I feel an immense sense of responsibility to give my fans something that is epic.
100%.
Awesome.
Yeah, fully agree. Now, you obviously performed Calabash a couple of days ago in Cape Town. The first time, actually, that I saw you live fully was at Rocking the Daisies last year, because whenever you're on stage, I would be working. It's top 40, whatever the situation is. And you obviously did On the Lawn this past weekend. And I want to find out from you, between festivals in the true sense of heading out onto a farm and you've got different stages and that crowd versus a stadium concert, which one do you prefer?
I loved the stadium show.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. You know what it was?
Yeah.
Is I think sometimes with festivals, is it can feel very rushed. You go onto stage, you've got 10 minutes to set up, you haven't had a sound check, it's a rush. There's people going all over this, it's chaos, you know. It's organized chaos, but it is chaos. And I think in that space as a new artist, sometimes I haven't been fully prepared. And sometimes it's come back to bite me in the bum. And that's like, you know, that's been a hard space sometimes. And playing in Cape Town on Wednesday at the stadium, we had like a 2-hour sound check. We could really get things locked in.
Yes.
And I felt like I could get onto the stage feeling fully prepared and feeling like this I now know that this show that we're going to put on is going to be one of the best shows that I think I put on. And I just had so much joy on stage because there weren't all these moving parts and all these things going on. And I think that some people love that festival space of like going out onto a farm or whatever, and I love it too, and I think it's awesome. And I think that there are certain things that I've learned now. Okay, if I go out and play a festival on a farm somewhere, these are the things that I've got to make sure I have in place to make sure that show goes epic. But I loved the stadium show. I loved it still felt intimate because it was a closed space. Whereas a festival, it just can feel like this massive field,
can go
the
on
wind's
forever.
blowing, it's crazy. In the stadium, it's still a set space that everyone is there and everyone's experiencing the same thing, and that's such a joy.
We can imagine that sound when it's just stuck inside the stadium and the screams are bouncing off the walls and it's just hectic, manic, all that loud vibe. Another one I wanted to ask you about is, do you prefer being in the studio or being on the road? Because I've asked a couple of artists this question. I think when we asked Ed Sheeran last year, he had actually said that he would much rather be in studio because he feels like he still has time for his family, his friends. I guess it's different. He's a dad and he's married, so it's a bit different. But for you, being in the studio, on the road?
I'm kind of similar to that. I love being on the road. I love, like, we're about to go play some shows in Europe for about 2 weeks now. We leave on Sunday, and then I'm doing some shows in America for about 2 weeks. And as much as that is really fun, I think a lot of the time, you can miss your community back at home, you can miss your friends, you can miss your family, and that's a super, super important thing for me. And so I do love being out on the road, but I think sometimes being in studio, being able to create songs that hopefully I can take out onto the road, sometimes that's a better space for me.
Love it. Really, really love it. I know that you're a guy who loves his fans. You're a fan of your fans.
100%.
You treat your fans with so much respect. You're so engaging when the audience is there in front of you. And I want to go back to a moment. It happened last week, Monday, on Anele and the Club. And I want you to listen to this because there's a reaction from one of your biggest fans. And here's what went down last week.
Okay, so you have to get this right. Whose bad is it anyway?
It's The Wrong Time by Will Linley.
Is it Wrong Time by Will Linley?
She's the right girl at the wrong time. Even if she's not
Oh my word, I
You are going to Calabash!
how you make me feel alive.
We're gonna have to ask Will Linley to get more security.
We're gonna need security for you tomorrow, bro. But how would you feel if I say let's dial her up right now so she can actually speak to you?
Come on, 100%.
We're doing it.
100%.
We're doing it. All right, we're gonna try and get Aphelele on the line. Let's see if she answers her phone, and she can chat to Will Linley right now.
Come on.
We're not debt collectors, we promise.
Come on.
Oh,
What?
we couldn't. I reckon we try that again.
Aphelele, come on.
Okay, let's try Aphelele one more time.
Come on.
She's gonna have to answer. This is your chance. You're gonna chat to
Surely.
Will Linley live on the radio. No. Aphelele, are you there?
I'm here. How are you?
We're good. I'm good. You're breaking up a little, so I just need you to walk around so that we can find some signal. But I hear.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, you're fine now. Stay there. Stand still wherever you are. Stand still over there.
Okay.
So Aphelele, I hear that we're going to Calabash tomorrow, ne? You and I.
Yes, we are. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I can imagine that you're excited to see everyone, and there's a particular person who basically won you tickets, and you're excited to see him, right?
Yeah.
What's
I
he-
think that's Will Linley.
You think it's Will Linley. How would you feel
Yes.
if I told you Will Linley is here right now and he wants to say hi to you?
No way.
Aphelele, you champion. You champion. I love you so much. I've got the biggest smile on my face right now.
Oh my goodness. The speakers are about to blow. Our headphones are going to blow over here. Let me know. You are the screamer at 947.
Aphelele, are you going to?
Hi.
Are we going to see a sign tomorrow?
Yes, of course.
Is it?
I even saw you last week on the lawn and we took pictures. Listen, when you came on stage and sang It Was Magic, I cried. I couldn't control myself. I cried.
Oh man. Well,
That's amazing.
I love you so much.
I love you too, and I cannot wait for tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have so
Yes,
much fun.
I'm going to enjoy it. Thank you.
Oh man, we're gonna dance the night away, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Aphelele, it's such a pleasure chatting to you as always. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Zweli. I love you.
Are you crying?
Yes.
Oh man! Listen, let's say I can't say save the tears for tomorrow, but you're gonna be crying and dancing tomorrow. Have a good one, and if I see you,
Yeah.
drinks on me. All right.
Okay, Zweli, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And how does that make you feel? You've got people that literally are in tears just on speaking to
man.
you.
Oh, shame. That's so sweet. No,
Yeah.
it's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna have an awesome evening, and
Yeah.
I cannot wait, man. It's an honor. It's gonna be amazing.
Amazing. Okay, so we're going to play a game in the next couple of moments. We need to find out before we let you go, which year were you born in?
2001.
How well do you know your music from 2001?
Shoo!
Ah, there we
Really?
go.
Yo, my man.
And we're about to play a game. So, are you good at games? Do you like games?
Come on,
I
bring it
don't
on.
know.
Bring it on. I mean, like,
Okay.
listen, if we're talking card games and like board games, sign me up. Sign me up. But if we're
Okay.
saying general knowledge, you're talking to the wrong person.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's see. How well does Will know music from 2001.
2008.
All right, so you are the musician. You should know your music pretty well. Who are some of your inspirations, by the way, in terms of your craft?
Ed Sheeran's a big one, man. Ed Sheeran's massive. And then honestly, the poppiness of One Direction.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, a song like Perfect. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like midnight driving with the windows down. And if like that's just so good. It's so
I don't
good.
know Perfect, but I know One Direction.
Absolute.
My favorite One Direction song is You and I. I
Banger.
think that's right.
Banger.
That is such
Come
a tune.
on, Zweli. You
All right.
champion.
Okay, so I have got 5 songs over here.
Okay.
I'm going to play you some snippets of them, and I'll take a correct answer as the artist or the name of the song. Is that fair enough? So if you get the
so
artist
fair.
or the song, then I think we're good to go.
100%.
All right, song number 1. What have we got?
I had to give you my
It's only been a year. Hey, hey, hey. And I ain't gonna wait. It took a while to get me here, and I'm gonna take my time. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, Will.
You know what's funny is I could sing along to this, but I cannot tell you who it is or what it's called. That's the bad thing about me.
Wow.
I promise you, it's so bad.
Yo. That was the wrong song at the wrong time. That's the best that I can get over there. But yeah, unfortunately, you are absolutely incorrect. So yeah.
Listen, I'm
Sorry
supposed to be the
about
musician.
that.
Guys, I promise you I'm a professional musician. I promise you.
So we're
this is
sitting
about
on
to be a rough game.
0 out of 5. Okay. Let me go for one that you surely should know.
shoes on my feet. I
No.
follow the clothes
No.
I'm wearing. I
William,
I'm
this.
rocking. I follow 'cause I depend on me. If
I want it,
the watch I'm wearing,
I got it.
the house
Hey.
I live in. I follow
Sure.
When did this come out?
Sure. 2001.
I was in my mother's womb. I'm an August baby as well. I was definitely in my mother's womb.
Have you ever heard of Beyonce? Have you heard of Beyonce?
Yes.
Which
Queen
group
Bee.
was Beyonce in before she went solo?
I know this on the tip of my tongue.
Nothing.
Destiny Child.
You got some help over there, which is
What?
not gonna
No,
help
that's a
you.
lie.
You're dumb. Oh.
What?
Okay,
No.
we're gonna have to. That is incorrect. Okay.
Sheesh.
Sure, 0 out of 5, and we're 2 songs down.
Rough.
This
Yo, it's
is
like I wasn't even
really,
alive
really
in 2001.
rough,
you know?
All right, let's get into our next
Okay.
song. So that was Destiny's Child, Independent Woman, just by the way. Now we are heading into another song. I don't know what to pick because I feel like I thought you'd know the second one.
Me
Let's
too.
try. Oh, this is a tricky one. Let's try. See you again.
I cannot tell you though. I know the melodies.
know
I know the
the-
song. This is
I.
about to be a 0 out of 5, Zweli. Yo, South Africa, I'm sorry. Yo, I apologize profusely, but come to Calabash and it'll be a great show.
All right, that's Lenny Kravitz again, by the way.
Oh, man.
What? One more, because you failed. You failed. Even in South Africa.
This is reminding me of my university marks, bro. This is why I dropped out.
You can't even get a 30% pass rate for South Africa. Last one. Okay, let's go.
Gitchy, yeah, yeah, da, da.
Gitchy, gitchy, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Mocha chocolate, yeah, yeah.
You're singing along.
Exactly.
No!
Exactly.
no,
Exactly. I know the
no.
tunes. I know the tunes, but I could not tell you who the artist is or what the name of the song is.
There are 4 artists on there. Can you not guess one?
4 artists on there.
Okay, let me give you a
I
clue.
won't
In
give
the
you one.
early 2000s, late 90s, there was Britney Spears and...
Pink.
Well, I mean, I'll give it to you because Pink is on there. So, hey, we'll get there. We go on.
By default. By
We
default.
go on.
Yo, I apologize. Yo.
That's Lady Marmalade. That is a Pink. Maya, Christina Aguilera, and Little Kim is also on that one, just by the way.
I'm dying.
Oh my goodness. Didn't think that this would go that way, but nonetheless, Will Linley has failed.
Give me 2010s and then I'll crush.
Okay, next time you come, we'll do 2010s.
Next time,
then.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Then we do 2010s and I'll crush.
All right.
Come on.
Okay, fine. Anyway, you still respect him though. You'll see him live tomorrow at Calabash. So what time are you on? Do you know what time you're on the stage tomorrow?
I think it's 9:25.
9:25.
Yeah, we got 25 minutes. So make sure that you're there. It'll be the most energetic 25 minutes of your life.
Awesome.
The music only stops twice.
Okay.
Otherwise, all the songs just transition into each
just
other.
going
It's one of my
on
favorite
and
sets I've
on.
ever done.
Oi,
It's
all
really
right.
cool.
That is dope.
For those of you who are at large on the lawn, it's
Yeah.
very different to that.
Aha.
This slaps.
I remember after Daisies, I was like, because I brought friends that hadn't seen you live, and I was just like, you need to watch this guy. And they were like, oh my gosh, he's American. I was like, no, he's not American, but he's really, really good. So we're getting something even better than Rocking the Daisies as well.
Yeah, I think so. My guitarist Paul is down from New York, and he rocks, bro.
Okay.
No, he's proper. And then Will Drew, my drummer, has all the chops in the world.
Yeah.
He takes us to church every
Dope.
show,
Love
and
it.
it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited.
Awesome. And then you're jetting off. You've got a tour. You're heading off to Europe. I know that you'll be in the States as well.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. And everyone can check all of that out on your socials.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and not just calling us like you usually do. Really, really appreciate it.
It's such a blessing to be here. Thank you so much. What a joy to see your face. What a joy to see the smile in person. Thank you so much.
Likewise, my bro. Likewise. That is a Will Linley.
947.
It's Afternoons with Zweli on 947.